Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
So, people, we're back again today. We're here. As you can see, I don't have my robe on. I feel a bit better today. That robe is someplace where I can hide and feel comfortable in. So I'm okay now. I like the sun to come up on me and shine. Oh, man. A lot of thought-provoking ideas and stuff is just popping up in our minds here on this little
It's too
bitty
many,
station,
man. It's too many.
little bitty station here and everything, and we just are throwing out ideas and stuff that we need to talk about and think about, and to get you guys out there to think about, because there's a lot of stuff going on, and I just hate the fact and stuff now that all these folks who crapped all over the Democrats is looking for them to save their behind. What you going to do? You look at all the Democrats. What the Democrats going to do? and 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 OJC Jasmine says we can't do nothing. We ain't in power. It's why you coming to us. In essence, that's what she's telling all the people, even her constituents out there. I can't do nothing for you. They are in power. You put them in power. But why are you looking over here at me? Just to let you folks know who out there who decided that you guys want to either not vote or cast your vote for Daddy Diaper. Because Daddy Diaper don't give a crap about you, only himself. And that's it. And I believe you knew it, but you voted for him anyway.
Or didn't vote at all.
Or didn't vote at all. Politics don't matter. That's what you hear from me saying. I don't care. Politics can't hurt me. Oh, yes, it can, my friend. But why does somebody have to tell you that? You can't think, can't use your head. You can't see what's coming around you. I do. A lot of people do. The ex-vice president could see it. She saw it coming. Ooh, ooh. She looking around the corners and stuff and everything and saw it coming at this country. And it is here. It ain't 6, 7 months down the road, a year down the road. It's here right the hell now.
You know, you hate to really beat up on people and throw it in their face.
Yep, I do.
And the thing is, I'm gonna put it like this. You got the federal government right now is getting privilege. You got the HUD telling those people, hey, after 2 years you're done. No more subsidies for your housing. They're telling SNAP, we're gonna cut SNAP all over the country. There's people got 4 or 5 kids working and can't afford those 4 or 5 kids because that's $1,000 a month for food, if not more. And the mother is only making minimum wage, working 40 hours a week. You know what I heard the CEO of BlackRock say? I didn't hear him, I read it. He said, if you ain't making around $60,000 to $170,000 a year, you might as well forget it. Forget it. I mean, the minimum, if you're talking 60,000, that'll pay for your rent. You might can't afford a car, but you can pay for your rent. You can buy a little food. Because after they get through taking out your taxes, even if you're a single person, the American dream, as they call it, I never believed in the American dream, a house and 2 cars. The American dream has been over. Been over. So this is all about the 30%. If you ain't in the 30%, that means you ain't making 6 figures in your household. You can forget about it. They done destroyed the union, so the unions don't have no power. And they don't know what side they on anyway. They voting against their own interests. And the right to work, all these states have right to work. They could fire you any minute. You ain't got no recourse. But, and I was looking at all the policies that President Biden and Harris was putting up, all the guardrails to help you keep your job, making EEO and civil rights, make that stronger, watching all the different programs that he was allowing so people can get help, the safety nets, making it stronger. Nobody appreciated it, bro. They didn't appreciate it. They didn't appreciate it. They thought, because I don't know what they was thinking, but they dogged her so bad because she wasn't all the way black. Or they dogged her so bad because she was black. And I was thinking last night, the reporters are not reporting on these births, abortions. They're not really reporting on what's really happening to all of these immigrants. They're not really reporting on what's happening to these Palestinians. So all of those little things that Vice President Harris put up and talked about, those was to help you. You got no help now. None of us got any help now because, the business people, they don't even know what's going down. They don't know what's happening. Now, the mid-sized companies, they're kind of happy because now they can play the game now because it's a ball of confusion. They can call their clients, oh, you better get in this, you better put your money in this, you better do this, you better do that. a ball of confusion. And we already know that 85% of the doggone trades are already done automatically. The rest of it is just gambling. They got algorithms, they got software to beat the system. And these stockbrokers on the side, they sitting up here playing the game so they can make more money, making people take their money out of this and do that. It's a game, bro. It's a game. Because they already know how much disposable income is out there and who has that disposable income. Most people have $400 to $500, maybe $600 a month of disposable income, maybe $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, and they want it all. Then you got people living from paycheck to paycheck. They ain't got no money, and don't nobody care. They don't care about you. The only people who was caring about you was the Democratic Party, concerned about your well-being, making sure you had good health care, making sure you had the safety nets, making sure that you was working. Shame on a lot of people, man. I'm telling you, those people that sold this country out, all on TikTok. I heard them all. I heard them all. I was listening to all of them. These people are warning you. You either get your income up, start making some money. I don't care if you got to work 3, 4 jobs, whatever you got to do, get that income up so that you have money, cash money. Because these people, man, they will kick you out and don't have no mercy. And then next thing you know, they'll get you for laundering or whatever. Well, I mean, you know, what solutions do we have? Do we have any solutions? I think we do have solutions.
Yes, we do. A lot of them.
Who are you connected to? Are you connected to the church? Are you connected to any nonprofit organizations? Are you connected to any kind of civil rights organizations or programs? Who are you connected to? Get on the phone. Let people know your situation. Don't be ashamed of your circumstances or your situation, because the government ain't here to help you now. You can forget about it. The name of the game now, you got to start getting connected to people. If you can't get connected to people, get connected to your family. Because these people do not care. I'm still trying to figure out what they're going to do. I'm living in Florida, and these people, I'm talking about the undocumented workers who work in the fields, do the roof jobs, do this, do that. Where are they going to get the workers that to do that, bro? We don't have enough people to do that. I don't know where they're going with this, but they know. They know. They got to know. We got food shortages right here in Florida already. And it just begun. We're only 1 month in. Wait till April.
we have to be real right now. Jan- Starting at the end of January, February, March, and sometimes into April, our community becomes enriched because of your refunds and stuff that comes from the federal government.
If they give it out, bro.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. I'm getting ready to hit that. I'm getting ready to hit that. I'm getting ready to hit it. Because I'm getting ready to tell them, all you folks who were expecting to get that refund, you better hope you get it. You better hope you get it. Because if you are, you one of the lucky ones, because they holding that back. And most of you don't read the news. So we're going to give you some information here. I'm going to tell you some things and stuff here that is going to be not only the the robber barons in the White House, but your U.S. Treasury is in trouble. They're the ones who issue the tax refunds. Well, the people who get the money first out of the Treasury are the people that the federal government owe. The ones who bought those Treasury notes, they got to pay them twice. If they can't pay them, then it sends the borrowing power of this government down. And just like if you got bad credit and you go and get out of a loan, most people who got good credit, they're going to get the bottom of the interest rate. They're going to get the excellent rates. They're going to get the ones that are good, whether it's the bottom is 4% or 3%. They're going to get that. If your credit is bad, the interest rates that you're going to get to borrow their money gets higher because you are a risk for not paying them. Okay, so when the federal government gets to a point where they can't pay their debts, they become a liability and a risk. So that means when they go back out there and put these borrowing notes and stuff out there for people to buy them up, the interest rate's going to have to go up because people are not going to buy their debt. You can't buy your debt, you can't pay your bills, and that's where your treasury is sitting at right now. So the people who are expecting those refunds, you guys, you all going to the bottom of the totem pole. You're the last one they gonna pay.
And what you say, you might not get that until about 3 or 4
You may
months.
not get it, and you may not get it until May or June, and you may not get it then. Understand this, people. There's consequences to voting. There's another edict that came across my thing that I forgot. I couldn't see what it said, but some judge blocked something. Federal judge and block something else. Okay, so get back to what I was saying. Now, uh, those people now, let's keep this in line here. I mean, we're gonna keep everything in line. The government has to put their notes out there and let people buy those notes up so they can get money. So when Ted and I start talking to you about this country is in debt, that's what's going on. They are putting their debt out there, and somebody has to buy them notes. If they don't buy them notes, you ain't gonna get any money to pay for anything. So if you can't pay for your debts off, we're in big trouble, which is affecting us out here. And it is it might get so bad that they might not even be able to pay these people who are retired, the Army folks, the VA folks, the Social Security people, they ain't got no money. So be aware, just because they said they cutting off SNAP, they can't get no food stamps because they on that bottom of that totem pole. That these people up there who think that they safe, you might not be safe, people. They might not be able to pay you your money every month. We in trouble. Now, on the 14th of March, they have to enact a money to fund the federal government. And it is going to be a big fight. Most of the folks, if you guys been looking at the news and stuff, they've stopped worrying about who is going to be in Trump's cabinet. Their thing and stuff now is trying to be able to do a reconciliation debt feature, which most people don't even know what reconciliation is. It's some magical words and stuff that happened when Obama was in office and stuff and everything, and they keep on using that same word every time they get ready to enact the money to be fund the government. So they go into this reconciliation process and everything to try to fund the government through some trickery. So if you look at what's going on there in the Senate, they've already started trying to figure out how they're going to sneak them some money into these agencies that they want to have that money. One of them is in the military. The other one is to put money out there for those people and stuff who are on those borders and putting these folks out of this country. Top thing that they want to get done. So the Senate is already starting to act because, hey, most of the time they wait up until the last day before they enact a budget to keep the government open. But from the way I'm looking at, this may not happen. This government may be shut down because you got some folks in the Senate who are willing to go along with whatever the heck go along to get the budget and everything into. But as usual, you got them radicals in the House of Representatives. And the Speaker of the House cannot control those cats. But even if they pass the budget and raise the debt ceiling, people, if nobody buys their debts, what you going to do?
Name me 3 top people that buys American debt.
China and Japan. It's the top 2 that I know about. The third one I haven't really did any research on, but I know China and Japan are the top people who buy our debt.
Russia have bought some debt.
That's good. But I know China and Russia, Japan buys the most. China is next. Used to be China, but Japan passed them up, buying our debt. Now, smart people and stuff would probably say to us, how in the hell can a little bitty country like China have enough money to buy our debt? Good question, Ed. How can that little bitty country buy up the top country in the world debt?
I know.
And
Let's see if
afford
you
to
know.
do it.
I know. Let's see if you know.
It's a very complicated situation as to how they've been able to do it, but they have been able to do it. Everything
tell you
that
how.
Japan has or gets into their country is imported.
That's right.
Everything from their food, everything, the oil, everything is imported. China imports a lot of stuff, but they can afford to buy our debt. Because they can make money off of buying our debt. A lot of money. Because we got interest payments and stuff now that's out of sight.
Well, I'm going to tell you, there was a treaty. China has very little military force.
Japan
They
does.
don't spend a lot of money on their Japan, I'm sorry. Japan spend very little money on their military. So that's one expense they don't have to worry about. So that means that, and I don't think they tax their people as high as they tax us. You know, I did a study on them, but I don't remember all the details of it. But they, because we already know that they import everything. They do a lot of financial transactions because mostly that's how they do their business too. So, and then they have some very good entrepreneurs that have made their way over here. Different kinds of companies that come over here and they do a lot of business here. And those big corporations support their people. So they do a lot of manufacturing for the American people. I don't know how much import, but
they are deep into electronics. Very deep into electronics. They also have commercial ventures and stuff out there. They are owners of Toyota and Honda, and they have different plants and stuff all over the world producing cars. That money comes back to China's pocket, Japan's pockets. They're very shrewd little people, and they know how to make money. Something that the Donald has never been able to do. He's a crook, and there's the difference between being shrewd with finances and being a crook with finances. Big difference. Crooks and stuff who go out and think that they're financial geniuses and everything get ripped off all the time because sometimes they can steal and sometimes they can't, and sometimes they got to pay for stealing. So, but if you're doing it legally and everything, all the money going to come into your coffer, and you don't have to pay a lot of money out to folks and stuff and everything to keep you satisfied because they're going to tell on you. That's what happened when he was borrowing that money from that bank in Germany. Some of that money he borrowed, he had to pay it back to the other folks because they knew he was stealing. Oh, he's a mess. That old knucklehead. But there are people around here in this country that think that he is a financial genius. They say he is a financial genius. And anytime somebody tell me that, I tell them, look at it, go tell them people over there in Atlantic City, New Jersey, that he's a financial genius. That he went over there and ripped them people off. Tell those people in Chicago he's a financial genius. Anytime he came to Chicago and tried to put him a casino up, They denied him some license and ran him out of Chicago on a rail. Get out of here. We don't need you here. When he went to Las Vegas and he built that gold building up there, put all that money in that gold building. There ain't a slot machine nowhere in there to be seen inside that building. Because some people know he's a fool and they will not let him have a gaming license so he can rip them people off over there in Las Vegas and not pay his taxes and not pay the people because he's good for that. If you're doing business with Donald, you might get ripped off. Well, ain't no might to it. He's going to rip you off. Just like he's doing to the American people right now. He's ripping us off. So, oh my goodness. Why did we start this whole thing here? Man, there's so much stuff. That's why it is he just his modus operandi is to overwhelm you. If he can keep enough crap going on, you're gonna forget about the other stuff that he's doing. If you notice, every day he's in the news.
In the news.
Every day he's in the news. And he's doing so much stuff, and he keeps on doing stuff, and he keeps on doing stuff, and they keep on putting him in the news. He did this, he did that. He overwhelms you with bull. That's how he gets by. So while you worried about the bull over here, he got some more bull crap going on over here and some more bull crap over there. So he crapping all over the yard, and eventually one of them crap piles is gonna bring him some money.
Because that's all he's looking for is money himself.
That's it. That's all he's looking for. Then one of them crap piles gonna bring him some money so he can keep his Mar-a-Lago going. Because they almost ran him out of New York. he can't do business up there. Because he was sitting up there close by Wall Street. So he could close by the money. So they done ran him away from around the money. So ain't no other place to go but to the Federal Reserve, because they got a lot of money. Oh my goodness. It ain't funny, people. It is not funny. But the one thing I found out, if you're in a war, you better know your enemy.
Do we know our enemy is?
Yeah, I know who my enemy is. And I know what he does. And he's my enemy. And I know what he's planning on doing.
Do you think it's just one man, Ed?
Do what?
Do you think it's one man?
Well, he has brought him in a cohort, a partner in crime now. He is a partner in crime. You know, all crooks and stuff bring a partner on when they get in trouble. They go by and find out. If you look at them old westerns and stuff, or you're looking at any of those crime movies and stuff where somebody is getting ready to rob a bank or something like that, they can't do it by themselves, so they got to find a partner or two or three to help them to rob the bank, because each one of them has their own little specialty. One of them, he can open the safe up. The other ones, they do all the manual work. They go in and knock a hole in the wall. They know how to knock a hole in the wall. And then another one, he know how to get rid of the money when they get it. So that's what Donald has done. He done found him some partners, some more crooks. And oh my God, I shouldn't be saying this, people.
Oh, you're telling the truth. What we're doing, look, we're doing this in a very elementary way. Because if we go into detail, we would have to name names. We have to do the breakdown. But people don't understand. Right now, they are robbing the piggy bank.
Absolutely. They done got into the safe, and now they got to figure out how they're going to take the money out. Are they going to take it out through the front door, or they're gonna take it out through the back door, or they're gonna take it out through the hole in the floor, or are they gonna take the money and act like that they didn't steal it and leave it in one of those safe deposit boxes so they can come back a month or two later and, and take the money out of the safe deposit box and carry it on home, and nobody gonna be able to see them.
Classic example. He made a statement. I want to get rid of IRS.
Yes, sir.
Another classic example. I want to get rid of the educational department.
Absolutely.
I'm waiting for him to hit SBA. That's $60 billion right there.
Well, he won't have to. And he won't have to. He gonna have enough money before he get to those folks. And he's paying off the police so they don't so they don't catch him. and he got him some lawyers that if he does get caught, they can protect him. And he's already been robbed the Supreme Court because anything he does as the president, he can't be convicted for it. He'd have made a hell of a robber. He make Robin Hood look like he. Oh man, this is too much. I got. If we ain't the stupidest daggone people in this country, I don't know what to say to you.
And I told you we done
put the gun in the man's hand so he can rob us. Here, Donald. Here the gun. Here the gun you need to rob these people. But don't worry, you ain't got to shoot it. But if you have to shoot it, don't worry, they can't do nothing to you. You can't ask for a better scenario. And the folks and all the townspeople are sitting outside the bank and everything. And they looking over there at a few of the people and say, "Hey, Democrats, what you gonna do? You gonna let him rob us?" You gave him the key. So you want me to stop him after you just gave him the key? Oh my goodness. We have a hell of a show today, Ted. A hell of a show going on today.
I mean, we're just telling them in an elementary way.
This is the truth.
You just don't know what's going on. These people are, and they know how to spin it too, bro. We're trying to save the government some money. People call in and talking about he's doing the right thing. They need to cut some of all these jobs. They ain't doing but shuffling paper. And they have no idea where that money's going.
None whatsoever. And by the time they get any kind of inkling to find out, and they walk into the bank, they're gonna say all the money is gone, and the bank gonna say, "Well, I can't pay the rest of you people because the robbers came in and took all the money."
And those people think they're gonna get 7 months severance pay. I'm sorry.
They ain't gonna get a dime, not 1/4, and they can't sue them.
Who they gonna go to? They can't go to the government to get their money. And unless you do a collective lawsuit, and then it might take years.
People, it's not lost cause here. It is not lost. There's a way that this thing is going to end, and we're gonna. But and like the congressman told you, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt you. But hopefully we can get out of this stuff and everything and only lose maybe a leg or a finger, maybe an arm. But we gonna lose something. But it just all depends on what the heck it's gonna be. So
It's only gonna be a leg and an arm. Huh?
yeah, you might use leg and an arm. We gonna have to get an artificial leg and artificial arm so we can walking, and everything again. But it's too much. But I believe we're gonna get out of it. But how we gonna get out of it, I don't know. And what's gonna happen, I don't know.
Well, Ed, I'm gonna say this. You remember when we was having them problems and they cut all them people off of SNAP, and then the pandemic hit, and Trump went to the farmers and got loads of vegetables and had these little houses that distribute to the poor, the lines of cars that were lined up to get boxes of food.
Mm-hmm.
People forget about that.
I haven't. They have these big stations and stuff. People, cars was everywhere, miles lined up, miles. Folks were coming over there in Lamborghinis and stuff trying to get food.
Yeah.
Mercedes Benzes and Audis and BMWs, because they didn't have any money.
I tell you, man, we got the shortest memory, bro. We don't plan 15, 20, 30, 50 years out. China plans 500 years out. They plan for 500 years at a time. We don't even plan for 6 months.
Wait a minute, hold it.
Something's wrong with this picture, bro.
That's too much, Ted. I'm looking at a week, maybe a day planning. That's it. One day. We plan for one day.
I'm telling you, man, we don't plan. This country do not plan for the future and lay out a plan, a game plan. They so busy playing politics and talking about the left, the right, the conservative, the progressives, and the liberals, and the white wing, and all of that mess. Hang the American people. Forget the American people. We don't care about y'all. All we care about is ourselves. Don't plan, bro.
Yeah, there's a few things out in the future now, within about another month or two away, and it's called an election, special election that they call them, and there are people who are running for those jobs, and the House, they only need, because that the margin is so close, 2 seats can change who's going to be in power or who's not going to be in power. Now, we got these folks out here, and Ted, I finally got tired today of these folks begging for money. They're begging for money. Democrats begging for money. We need $25. We need this. We need that. And my note to them is that you guys need to stop begging for money, because you ain't going to outspend no Republican. You ain't going to outraise them as far as money. And the only way you're going to win is get off your behind and get out there and put some people on that ground and start talking to them folks and stuff in your daggone district, because you ain't going to outraise them people for money. And because they're already saying it, they outspending me. Well, then why are you asking me for my money? Figure out another way to win. Get off of your behind, quit begging us for money, because a lot of us and stuff can't afford right now to give you anything, because we don't even have food in the stores that we can go and buy. So, what you want with my money other than to throw it away? Get off your behind, Democrats, whoever you all running, and put your butt out there in them streets and stuff and everything and start doing something and letting these folks know who in the hell you are and get their vote. Knock on these folks' doors and let them know what the heck is going on. We have to be educated. Some of these people and everything aren't stupid, but they have no idea what's going on. So tell them what the heck going on. Explain to them what you are planning on doing, how you are planning on winning, how you are planning on being better than that knucklehead that you had sitting up there in Congress. Hit the streets. And that's what I wrote on my note to them. I sent a text right back to them. They sent me a text begging for money. I sent them a text right back. I'm not giving you a dime. Get off your butt and start getting out there and put some boots on the ground because you ain't gonna never outspend these folks. They got too much money.
Well,
Here, Democrats.
Town hall meetings, bro. Every day you should be having a town hall meeting.
That's it. Every
Take
day,
names and addresses.
every corner of your district. I don't care if they gerrymandered your district. Get out there. If they gerrymandered it, get out there and talk to these folks out there in the streets. You're gonna change somebody's mind, and they're gonna get out there and give you their vote, and they're gonna tell you who you can get out there and vote, and then put them to work. They don't have to be a no big thing. They can take them 2 blocks, and on them 2 blocks and stuff, they do everything they need to do. Get out there and talk to them people, bring them together, have a block party. We having a block party this weekend. We're gonna sit down and talk about what had going on. I ain't gonna tell people I'm voting for this and voting for that, but I'm gonna sit down and listen to what them folks got to tell me. What's important to them? Listen, open your mouth, open your ears, and listen. You ain't got to say anything, just listen to them. And take notes. And if you can't make it, send somebody out there, take some notes, find out what these people want. I want to know what you want. What can I do to get your vote? Let me know. You tell me. It ain't gotta be no argument. Everybody ain't gotta raise their hand at one time. Just let me know what I need to do to get your vote. And I'm gonna try to do it. And I'm gonna try to follow through with it. And if it takes me when I get in office to come back into your area and stuff and do some more town halls, and you can tell me what to do, and I'm gonna tell you what's going on back there in that house that's supposed to belong to you, the people. So and so and so and so did this last week. He is messing with you. He's messing with those folks over there in that other district over there next door to us and everything. You need to go over there and talk to those people in that other district over there and everything and tell this son of a gun he needs to vote for you all's interests and stuff and everything. And you can stand together and eventually that son of a gun over there that you got in office who got an R behind his name going to get the message and he's going to vote your way we need to vote to get done what you need to get done.
It's time to work, bro.
People.
Time to go to work.
Yep, it's time to go to work. It ain't rocket science. It's time to go to work. You want that job, you a Democrat, and you want that job, get out there and work for it. Don't beg for my money. Go out there and work for it. Anyway, Ted, we're getting to the end of our show here. What's your final word here?
My final word is what you just said. I've been saying this for the longest. You better start, if you got any money, you better spend it on renting a room or something. And letting them know, your constituents know that you're having a town hall and we want you to be there so we can hear your complaints. And the people that don't make it in your district, knock on their door.
Mm-hmm. Get some of them folks who come to that meeting to go out and knock on some doors. They can do it. They within a block or two of the folks you trying to touch. They can get out and do a walk over there to their door and stuff and everything. Sit out there with them. Matter of fact, catch him when he's out there mowing his grass and stuff. Get out there and mow the grass with him. Help him.
Hey, let me just say this. I'm gonna say this, and this is just my opinion. Marching has its place, but the marching has got to be over. You got to start talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anybody can get 3,000, 5,000 people, and they go on and march, and those people from everywhere, and y'all are like-minded. But what about the other people that's not into politics? Those are the people you need to talk to, because the news people is not covering your stuff. They're not covering your marches. They are not covering your marches.
A whole lot of people didn't want to hear that, Ted.
They're
A whole
not.
lot of people didn't want to hear that.
They are not covering your marches.
So you got a whole lot of people out there who didn't want to hear that. Oh. Well, anyway, people, is that all, Ted, you got to say? Because I'm just about spoke out. I got a lot more that I wanted to
I'm
say.
done,
But
bro. I can say a lot more,
to
but
be,
I'm done.
yeah, I hate to be redundant. I'm going to hold a few things back and everything because I'm pretty sure tomorrow there'll be a whole litany of things that we can talk about here on our station. So, and as we going to be saying, telling you all, whoever come on there and they listen to us, anybody that come out and say, well, you guys don't mean nothing to us, because I went out and saw some comments and stuff yesterday when I was uploading my videos, and I had one knucklehead out there saying, nobody listening to you all. That's why you don't have a whole lot of people out there listening to you. Well, we don't care. We're going to open our mouth and we're going to keep saying what we got to say. If you don't want to listen to it, that's your problem. You can keep it to yourself, and we're going to keep on going. Thank you, folks. The ones who are listening to us, subscribe, get our channel out there. Thank you.